It's all you,
well, that's actually derived from a really, really interesting experiment by somebody whose research I've enjoyed witnessing over a period of time. He was a gentleman by the name of Stanley Milgram. He was at Yale University, I believe it was. But he did a study where he sent packages to a large number of people all over the United States, and they were all willing participants in the study, but what they had to do was get their packages to one common person in Boston. Now, the trick was this. They could not call this person directly. None of them knew him in any way that they could figure out or that anybody saw. But in addition to that, they had to send the package to someone who they thought could get the package one step closer to this gentleman that they were trying to get it to. So in other words, if somebody gets the package in, Arizona, maybe the person they know closest to the East Coast was in Texas, so they would send it to them, and that person would then send it maybe to somebody in Florida, and then, and so on, to try to get it to this person. And an amazing thing happened. He found that all of these people were able to get their packages from wherever they were in the country all the way to Boston to somebody they had never met, never seen, did not know, and they all got them there in less than 6 people. Thus comes the phrase 6 degrees of separation. And the power of the example is very simply that we are all connected in more ways than we think. And, I don't know how many of you on this call know, Donald Trump. Let's just use a name. I don't know, but you'd be shocked if you examined your relationships and their relationships, just how close you might be. And GibLink eliminates all of the kind of the middle people and connects you directly to the people who are going to make it happen for you. GibLink is now the common connector. So as opposed to 6 degrees of separation, we are the degree of separation. And once you come into this community, you are then, by virtue of your participation in this global experience, connected right then with someone else all the way around the world who may hold the key to real success for you. And that's a pretty powerful thing, Ron.
Yeah, no, I mean, just as one element of this is as you're going out there and you're building your business, whatever it may be, you have so many people that get into a business opportunity and they go get the neighbor next door. Well, this neighbor's never been exposed to the business industry. They don't know the tips, the techniques, and the strategies. And a lot of times the people that refer them into whatever program it is, they don't have the education or the experience in business to be able to show those people what exactly to do and tap into certain resources to build their business with as well. So when you look at the community, just know that when you're getting into this community, you have all the resources imaginable to everything from clubs to events that you can create online, chats, forums, all kinds of things, blogs that you can express about your business. But the great thing is that now the people that you have in your organization, whatever company it may be, now they have an outlet to make new connections, get outside of the warm market. And the relationships you build in these communities, especially GibLink, are going to be relationships and business relationships you'll keep for a lifetime. But one of the core concepts that we always wanted to do in this industry is that we wanted to employ traditional business values and strategies into the home-based business and the small business industry. And that's one of the reasons we knew that to give people a vested interest in the growth of this company. As we have always said, what if MySpace came to you at the beginning of MySpace and said, hey, we will give you the chance to revenue share with us for the long haul of our company? You would be jumping up and down. And you would be jumping up and down, especially nowadays. But, would you have taken that opportunity when it was presented to you back then? Some people probably not. But what we've done here is we've given you extra benefit just for being involved in the community to grow and expand your core business. But then the revenue sharing program element we have here, especially when we bring on the free subscriber element and take us into the millions upon millions of subscribers in this program that are all benefiting you, all generating revenue, all exposing more people to your business. You have that as so much more of a benefit other than using the products and services we're providing you. So again, just think of this as traditional business values implemented into the networking industry, we'd like to call it. Back to you, Tim. we lose Tim? You still there, Jim?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay. All right. I thought maybe I had caught the signature phone had a few nights ago. But one of the amazing things about GibLink is that it truly is a global community. And one of the, I guess, traps that it's easy to fall into is just being limited mentally to the people who are, in a manner of speaking, on the street where you live. And I want to urge all of you to remember that at this moment you have a global audience. You have a group of people from all over the world who will pay attention to whatever it is that you're sharing. And the statistics on these things are staggering. I mean, the penetration, I should say, of Internet usage in North America, United States, Canada, Mexico, is considerable. It's around 70% out of 334 million people in North America. About 234 million apparently statistically use the Internet. This is as of around end of September of this year. But around the world total, there are 6,574,000,000 people on the planet Earth. Only 1.2 billion of them use the Internet. So penetration worldwide is only at 18.9%. That's a lot of people who've not even come to the Internet yet. You want to be in a position to speak to them right away. You don't have to mentally make yourself, somebody who's quote-unquote small potatoes or whatever the case may be. There is a lot of progress yet to be made on the Internet. And then when we talk about things like domain name services and things of that nature, I used to love to hear a few people talk about, I remember hearing Jim and Carrie talk about this, about the amazing things that are possible with domain name registration and all of the different ways that you can do it. But here's what I found. Just today, I just did a little research today in preparation for this call. 24 hours from about 6 o'clock this evening, it turns out that between .com, .net, .org, .info, .biz, and .us, today, 24 hours, 1,087,000 new domains were registered today. Now, I'm not saying you can get all of the 1 million of them, but don't you want to be a part of that kind of base? Something that dynamic, something that active. 1 million different domain names were registered today. So there's a market out there for you to tap into that you may or may not have ever even considered before, and you don't have to be an expert to do it. We've already provided the support, the infrastructure, the community. When you put yourself out there as somebody who can provide these types of solutions, you are also presenting yourself as a part of a network of people. You're not going out there by yourself anymore. Those days are over. You're a part of a team. You're a part of a global community of people who think like you, who want what you want, who want to get where you're trying to get to. And yeah, a few of them may already be there. But isn't it nice to have people like that on your team who can make themselves available to you? So I want to urge you to get out there into the community, get to know your neighbors, get to know the people who are part of this community with you, because unbelievable things are possible if we simply come together and find a way to harness the incredible power of GibLink and ultimately the power of the Internet. Ron, if you would, we just want to make sure that we're covering all of our bases. Is there any other news, anything else that we want to make sure everybody is aware of since we've got them on the call tonight?
Well, other than some new product lines coming out very shortly, and all of that plays into the whole free subscriber element of this thing, which is really going to take us to the next level. Just basically strap on your boots and hold on tight. But as far as like here now, one of the things we're doing, and you can speak a little bit to this, kind of as far as the help desk, we're doing some upgrades on that tonight, and some server reorganization on Gibline. So just different parts of the world and different parts of the country, you might experience some in and out. But we're doing all kinds of stuff to make everything better and enhance it even more. But other than that, I think that's about it.
Okay. We do want to let you know, once again, to just kind of bear with us. There are some pretty extensive improvements and migrations taking place right now. And believe me, you'll be quite happy that they did take place. But at the moment, bear with us, because you may see a hiccup or two as you navigate through some of the areas of the GibLink network of sites. So that's pretty much it for for me. And Ron, anything else you want to say before we toss it back to the other guy?
Got one final request is to hear Jim Carrey sing tonight, both of them together in harmony.
Well,
Oh, there you go. Oh, don't get us started on that.
well, I'll go ahead and I'll go